Hi there. You may be wondering where the couch went. Well, it's just over there on a different part of the room. Today, we're going to talk about 5 funny things about Between Two Ferns, the movie. And this movie stars Zach Galifianakis and Lauren Lapkus. And if you've ever seen the comedy skit Between Two Ferns, you know exactly what you're going to get with the movie. Basically, they take the two ferns on the road and interview a bunch of celebrity guests. The interviews are basically the movie. From plot point to plot point, the movie is just set up to get to the different interviews. They're all funny, they're all good, but they take a little twist on it, and sometimes Zach's character is going to be real, Zach's character is going to be more like a butthead, but the funny thing is some of those celebrities are buttheads back, and that's really fun. You can tell the characters are having fun. The Paul Rudd interview is really great. The David Letterman one, oh man. The interviews, Zach knows exactly what he's doing, and it's just wonderful. It's just throughout the movie, they're just sprinkled out, little chef kiss sprinkled throughout the movie. She is amazing. You've read online already probably that most of the show, the movie, was improvised. They just sort of just went with the flow and figured it out. And Lauren Lapkus is probably the funniest part of the movie. She delivers 2 of the funniest lines that I have ever heard in a movie in a while. She just comes up with these things out of nowhere that are just hilarious. Sometimes it's just like watching her say the things in real time is more hilarious because you don't even know what she's gonna say herself. It's a throwback to sort of these comedies that are just set up for the bits, basically. You don't really get that a lot of the times. So like in more recent movies, more comedy movies, it's sort of like an action comedy hybrid. So you got like the Pineapple Express and all that stuff. And those are great and good and I love them. But sometimes I just want a good laugh. I just need a good little laugh. And Between Two Ferns, the movie provided that for me. It's a road trip movie, so it's kind of like Road Trip where they go to a place, the skits and the gags happen, and then they go to the next place and the skits and the gags happen. And that's really fun. Sometimes that's all a comedy needs to be. That's all it needs to be. There is no Between Two Ferns without Zach Galifianakis. His ability to sort of just deliver stuff stone-faced, I mean, obviously there's outtakes at the end of the movie, and no one's really good at holding their faces too long, and they all bust and they all break and laugh, but he is so good about delivering these cold-hearted lines with such straight-faced, you just can't help but laugh at him and the character because he's just a stupid character, and it's fun to see him try to take jabs at celebrities and them take jabs at him. And Zach is really good about finding the comedy without the laugh, if that makes sense. Chop Blocker Man, Hot Saucer Man himself, Scott Aukerman. I think this might be his first directing gig, and it feels very much like a Scott Aukerman comedy bit. I mean, it's just sort of just, sometimes it's free range, just roaming around, trying to figure out what it's going to do. But when it gets there, it gets to the joke, it's set up well, everything works out, and it sort of felt sometimes like Comedy Bang Bang, where they didn't really know where they were going with the joke, and then by the time you get to the actual punchline of the joke, you're already laughing so much that the punchline doesn't even matter. If you've ever listened to Comedy Bang Bang or watched the show Comedy Bang Bang, you just see how absurd things get sometimes. And there are jokes here that get really absurd, and especially the Lauren Lapkus stuff. And you don't really care about the plot too much because at the end of the day in this movie, Between Two Ferns, the plot doesn't matter. So, I mean, if you're reviewing this based on the plot, you're gonna have a bad time. Just go enjoy it for the jokes and just have a good time. Between Two Ferns, the movie. So if you like that, we'll probably do more. And if you hate it, please let us know in the comments. Or if you want us to do a different 5 things, tell us in the comments. Also, yeah, I don't know why I'm doing the fonts. Hey, yeah.